Thank you for viewing this tutorial on how to view Google Earth and use it in the context of planning. Hopefully you've already looked at the tutorial on downloading and using Google Earth. And so at this web page you will have downloaded a file that's of the type KMZ. Hopefully this will show up on your desktop the way it has on mine. We can double click it and then go over and select Google Earth as the appropriate program for opening this. So it should launch Google Earth automatically at this point, and as it loads it may take a couple minutes. Just to tell you a little bit more about the purpose of this, we're using Google Earth as a way to get some information that's usually only available to very technical users through GIS type software, to get it out to the masses. As you know, many volunteer planning boards and other folks don't have access to such data that the state indeed keeps up with. So this layer here that we've downloaded is Yarmouth, and this is going to show several things about Yarmouth that we'd like to display here. We'll back up a little bit just to give you some context of where we are. Again, hopefully you've checked out the other tutorial, but up in the right hand corner you'll see that there's a wheel and a plus and a minus bar that will get you around Google Earth in decent ways. Again, this tutorial isn't going to go so much into that, as it's going to focus on using these files that we've created to do better land use planning. So here's Yarmouth. We're going to zoom right back in just to give you some context of where we are. There's 295, and let's see, Portland's to the south. We've got Route 1 here and the village in Yarmouth. As you can see, the town boundary is already outlined here. As you open up this file, it'll automatically launch, and then in the Places section you'll see at the bottom under Temporary Files the particular file that you open. Now I can expand on this and you'll see a bunch of other layers that are associated with this larger folder. So again, as you can see, we've got the town boundaries on, which are clear. We also have several other layers here that we'll learn how to use as well. I can turn these layers on and off by clicking in the box next to them. Here's the zoning growth area zones for Yarmouth. Notice that they are polygon layers that have various random colors. These are the zones that were put forth in the future land use plan as shown in the 1993 comprehensive plan of Yarmouth, and these have also been turned into actual zoning ordinances. Here we turn on the label that shows the names of these zones. So again, we can turn these on and off. The next layer that I'm going to show for you here is the amount of growth that's taken place, development that's taken place between 1990 and 1999. Just so we can see this better, I'm going to turn off the polygon labels. And I should say, give credit here that actually this layer, the development layer, was developed by Planning Decisions with help from the town of Yarmouth and the assessor's data, using the assessor's data. So I can turn on this this layer, and as you can see, each of the points represent where some piece of development in that decade had happened. I can zoom around and do some basic analysis, get a feel, and as you can tell already, we can really feel the functionality of using Google Earth here, because as opposed to a static map, which you might find in your town hall, we can interact with this in a way that we're not able to. And so that's one of the big appeals here. We hope that this can be a tool that all sorts of folks in the planning world can use to help them make good land use decisions. And again, you can see all the different the zones and where growth has happened in the town. You can see that quite a bit has actually happened outside of those specified growth areas that were suggested in the future land use plan. I'm not going to get too much into with this tutorial about the implications of sprawl, but of course that's one of the big concerns of the State Planning Office, and hope that this can be a tool that can help the localities address some of these issues. We also have another layer, the 2000 to 2006 layer, which I can toggle on and off, and that just gives me another opportunity to see some of the dynamics of growth within the town of Yarmouth here. Just to show you a little bit of the functionality and where some other tools, analysis tools that we have. This is the measurement tool, which I can use to measure from any place to any place. I'm going to grab this development over here and see how far away from the growth area it was. You can see it was just under a mile as the crow flies. This is a very basic functionality, but as you can imagine, can be very helpful too. And I hope that you are able to use this tool in your planning for your town, and realize that the State Planning Office is happy to help you in any questions that you have.